Trump is on stage talking about the biggest transfer of wealth in history. Is he talking about digital things? We'll check this out too. Goldman Sachs' head of digital assets is here with us. It's great that he knows so much about the problems and which assets will be hit next. In this movie, Flair taught us some new things. A lot of places told us news, including XRP, Robinhood. The biggest change in wealth happened when Mr. Trump said, we just made history by agreeing to trade with the UK, and over the weekend, we made history by agreeing to trade with China. Both deals were great. We agreed to take it down. We need to write down the little things, Scott. You're going to put them that will take a lot of work, but China has agreed to let the U.S. trade and do other things with them. The U.S. will have to do it, though. We'll see what happens. But our meeting with those two countries was great. Okay, guys, what's going on here? This movie has too much to talk about, but it looks like cooler heads are taking over. The U.S. and China have both cut their taxes by a lot. The U.S. dropped its tariffs on Chinese goods from 145% to 30%, and China dropped its tariffs on U.S. goods from 14% to 10%. That's a little better than what it was. It's still higher than when Trump dropped tariffs for the first time in his first term. To give you an idea, we'll still be 11% higher than the tariffs that Biden kept in place in some areas. Okay. Then there's President Trump making an official deal with Saudi Arabia to do business together. Wow, this party looks like a lot of fun. For the next wave of change, Matthew D. McDermott will talk. He is the global head of digital assets at Goldman Sachs. Let me tell you more about this. So what do you think will be the biggest short-term change that blockchain will make in traditional finance? I think the set coin bills that were passed by both houses of Congress will have a pretty big impact on the US. What will the next wave of change look like? Some people think that safe coins could be the next big thing, but I think that if the rules are clear, banks could start using them right away. That's something that could be used more often. Big players can use digital cash faster now. Wow, that's really cool. It's clear that we're paying close attention to it. The market infrastructure bill is another bill that's getting a lot of attention right now. This bill is more general for groups like us. It's very important to have permission. There should be a way to sell stable coins, or at least use them, and then change the balance sheet down below. I believe there are two important steps, and I find them both exciting. This is because that's the order the government wants them to be in. Just quickly, what do you think it means? They're really excited about safe coins because they think they will help their currency. Yes, the US has the dollar, the UK has the pound, and the EU has the euro. The pound, everything has its own currency. Every central bank has one. We all want the best for our own money, to make up for the fact that the world doesn't use our money as much. We need to find a way for people to buy US debt, and stable coins are the best thing they've found so far. Since they are backed by well-known assets like government bonds, they are telling Scott Bessant, hey, if Japan, China, the UK, and some of our other allies are going to sell our debt, we need someone else to buy it to keep the market fair. If not, that could cause a national disaster. If bond prices rise to 5 or 6%, it could be very bad for the US dollar. They are looking at the bond market right now. Let the steady coin conversation or money markets and banking services have their say. This sounds good to me, and I believe that being resilient is a big part of why we go put time and money in that part of our business. Just look at how the markets work right now to see what I mean. It's very clear when they close, this power to make things happen when you need them to is very strong, especially when it comes to intraday trading. I guess that's a form of resilience. I also think danger is important. We've talked a little about this before. Risk collateral markets are very risky by nature. A lot of that can be cut down with this technology, which can do that by making it easy to move things like tokenized money market funds or bonds with a T+0 price. That's possible. There are many derivatives and other financial instruments on the market today that are backed by things whose prices are likely to go up or down by T+1 or T+2. To deal with that risk, it makes sense to keep bigger gaps. This power to make the process of giving out security easier, becomes very strong. Being open is the other one. I think you'll notice that there are a lot of buy side people, private funds and other types of funds among the guests over the next few days. That's really interesting because a lot of new buyers can come in, and if you can tokenize and really grow that market. You can also send info and other things through the air that everyone can get info in real time, which is hard to do in many markets right now. And from there, it should be clear how that could be swapped more often. What do you think? I see a lot of changes that are both new and exciting. We don't think there will be as much demand as there will be when the market is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This is because these bond markets, the stock market, only trade at certain times. Every day, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, you could trade these things. That will be very powerful in the days to come, no matter where you are in the world or what time it is. Hi, this is Thankx. We just started a tokenized government fund worth $120 billion. Please wait 1,200, 120 million. Yes, the manager of assets. They just put out the V-Bill Reserve Fund to go with their other crypto ETFs and VAC funds. It's now live on the Ethereum, Avalanche, Solana BNB chain, which is powered by safe ties and wormholes. But I want to show you this because you already have the XKR ledger working with their Arctic seeds, so it's only a matter of time. We already know Thankx will be very interested in XRP goods. Securitize knows that working with Ripple has been bad in the past and that it can't do it now. They clearly know who they're working with. It'll only be a matter of time before XCrop is added. Following that, you talk about how XCrop will likely be used and partnered with in 2025. MasterCard can be used. MasterCard lets you use XCrop to pay for things at live, things that happen. Over the past few years, Ripple has worked with Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Union Pay, and other payment systems around the world. Rust safe coin growth has been in waves. Firms in Russia, such as Big Forex and eSend, are beginning to use stablecoin to send money between countries, which is helping it grow. In any of these systems, it would be better to use a safe coin like Rust. Tell us about it. It would let you change value right away for very little money, which is a big improvement. Between now and 10 years from now, what people use will only get bigger. Also, it wouldn't surprise me if the market for safe coins grew to $10, 0 cents, or $20 trillion, 0 cents in 20 or 30 years. Not at all, especially if you need to push hard. You already know if